Today I'm doing a room tour of the Romanovs' last home before their execution. If you want more historic room tours and real stories from the past, subscribe to my channel. Tobolsk is a city that feels strangely separated from time itself. Rising high above the Irtysh River, it carries the memory of exile, destiny, and turning points in Russian history. And here, in the very heart of Siberia, stands a place that can literally take your breath away. The Museum of the Family of Emperor Nicholas II. From the outside, it looks like a beautiful, well-preserved historic house. Large windows, light-colored walls, a calm, almost peaceful atmosphere. If you didn't know its story, you might think this is just another elegant tall mansion. But the moment you step inside, everything changes. This is not just a house, this is a house of faith, a house of waiting, hope, and the last quiet light before darkness. This building is now as the governor's house. It was originally a residence of power, a place where officials lived, decisions were made, and authority was exercised. But in 1917, its purpose changed forever. That year, the walls of this house were welcomed not by rules, but prisoners of history. Here were brought the former Emperor Nicholas II, his wife Alexandra, their four daughters Olga, Tatiana, Maria, and Anastasia, and their only son, the heir to the throne, Alexei. Along with them came a small group of loyal attendants who chose to remain with the family until the very end. They arrived here not exactly as captives, and not very people either. This was not a prison, but it was no longer a home. It was a pause, perhaps the most terrifying pause of their lives. Museum is designed in a way that allows you not just to observe history, but to live inside it. Here is the dining room where the family gathered together. Here are the bedroom of the daughter, modest, quiet, almost painfully simple. No gold, no imperial luxury, no symbols of power. Only beds, small desks, icons, books, and photographs. And that is what makes this place so deeply emotional. Everything here feels incredibly human. Within these walls, Nikolai is no longer an emperor. He is a father. Alexandra is not an empress. She is a mother worrying about her children, writing letters, praying, hoping. And daughters help with household chores, read, sew, sing. Alexei plays when he can, struggles with IELTS and sometimes slot. Life continues here softly, carefully, as if whispering a question no one dares to answer. How much time is left? The museum displays personal belongings of the family, clothing, books, household items, children's toys. These objects are not just artifacts, they seem to hold warmth, memory, and presence. Family photographs show two monarchs, but smiling people. And that realization hits harder than any political narrative ever could. Paradoxically, despite being under guard, the months spent here in Tobolsk are often described as the calmest period of the family's life after the revolution. There is a relative silence here. No angry crowds, no shouting political. No shooting, no house of the capital. Only time and waiting. But waiting cannot last forever. By the spring of 1980, the situation in Russia deteriorates rapidly. The revolution. The revolution. Civil war spreads across the country, and the authorities decide to move the family again. Tobolsk ceases to be a quiet refuge. In April 1918, the family is sent to Yekaterinburg. Nicholas leaves this house for the last time, and today, as we stand in this room, we already know something they did not. There would be no return. This is where the museum takes on its deepest meaning. You walk through Bright's room, preserved interiors, carefully restored space, and you're fully aware of how this story will end. The walls feel heavier, the silence grows louder, because this was the last place where the Romanov family lived as a family. Not survived, but lived. What followed was Yekaterinburg, the Ipatiev house, harsh conditions, strict gods, fear, and finally tragedy. In the early house of July 17, 1980, in a basement room, gunshots, a choice that will forever mark Russian history. That night, the anti-Romanov family was executed. The very people whose rooms we have just seen, whose belongings stand behind glass, whose faces look back at us from faded photographs. From that moment on, this house in Tobolsk became more than a history building. It became a memorial to the finally peaceful chapter of their lives. Today, the museum preserves this memory with extraordinary care and respect. It does not shoot, it does not judge, it does not impose conclusions. It simply allows us to stand inside history, to listen to the silence, and to understand that history is not only about dates and events. It's about people, about choices, about lives. Everyone leaves this place carrying something different. Sorrow, compassion, reflection, question about power, fate, and time, but no one leaves indifferent. The Romanov Family Museum in Tobolsk is not just a journey into the past. It's a meeting with People who are so often reduced to symbols and reminder of why it is so important to remember them as human beings.